Surprise! It's DSP and I'm back already. This is part 3 of my basically tournament survival tips series. A couple things that came up today that I really think I should relay to everyone that are definitely going to help you in a tournament atmosphere. The first one is pretty simple. When they're doing registration, okay, for their tournament, do one of two things. Either be the first person in line or the last person in line, but keep track of what's going on. So perfect example, this morning. I was down there in the ballroom, I was playing some games, I was watching some people play. I was watching Vic set up the Team Spooky stream, and they announced we're starting registration. So I walked outside, and all of a sudden the line was fucking all the way down the hall. I said, you know what, watch this. There's an open restaurant right next to the ballroom where we are having a tournament. So I went to the restaurant, I ordered food, I sat there, I ate my food, casually watched as the line got shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Took about maybe 45 minutes. Then when I was done eating, I casually strolled over. I was third in line, and I registered. So rather than standing there for 45 minutes in line like an asshole, I just went and did something, but kept an eye on the line and was able to register at my leisure, which worked out perfectly. And I also did that for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I was actually doing commentary on the Marvel 3 teams. They said we're registering for Marvel singles. I waited about 45 minutes. I walked out, and then I registered. And it worked out perfectly. So that's a good tip for anyone. But you have to keep an eye on it, because if you wait too long and you miss the cutoff for registration, shame on you. You should be paying attention. Okay. Number 2. When you're in a tournament setting, and if you're in a tournament as packed as this one, like Winter Brawl, you're going to be in a room that's literally packed with people like a sardine can. You're going to be like this. Especially if you want to watch the matches that are some of the hype matches, it's very hard to watch them. You get kind of pushed back. Oh, can I see? Can I see? So it could be tough. What I want to tell you is, don't be afraid if, let's say, you're in there for 3 hours and you're overheating, like you're dying. Don't be afraid to go take a 15-minute break, because you just have to do it sometimes. If you're afraid you're going to be up in a game, grab the tournament organizer who's running that game and say, listen, I got to go for 15 minutes, my name's such and such, I'll be right back. Step out, go get a breath of fresh air. That's exactly what I did today. I actually, at one point while doing the commentary, I started to get real tired and real hot, and then Keats actually came over and said, hey, you want me to take over? I said, yeah, please, I need a break. And I took out of there for about 45 minutes to an hour. I went up to my room, I changed my t-shirt, I washed up. I felt a lot more refreshed after I did that, a lot better, and I went back and I was fine. So don't be afraid, because you will overheat. If you stay in that ballroom and you don't have liquids all around you and you're not, replenishing your hydration, you're going to really start to feel sick. And I've seen some people, real talk, I've seen some people pass out at tournaments, just straight up pass the fuck out on the floor, because they were so, so fucked up from the overheating. So that's something important. And then the last thing is, this is a really good tip, especially for larger tournaments like this one where you have hundreds of people in the tournament. Here's what you should do. Wait for your first round match, okay? Play your first round match. When you're done with your first round match, ask the tournament organizer, are you doing the winner's bracket first or the loser's bracket first, okay? Because here's why. If you won your first round match and they say we're doing winner's bracket next, that means you need to stick around, because probably within the next half an hour to an hour you'll be playing again, and you don't want to miss your turn. If they say we're doing loser's bracket first and you won your match, well, traditionally the first round loser's bracket is one of the biggest rounds in the entire tournament. Because remember, let's say it started with 100 people, 50 people won, 50 people lost. That means they have to get through 25 matches in the loser's bracket before they're even going to start going to the winner's bracket again. So you have a significant amount of time to go relax, go get something to eat. And that's actually what I did today in Marvel 3. I played my first match. I asked them, gee, what bracket are you doing next? And they said, we're doing loser's bracket first. So that way some people can know they're out of the tournament, and if they need to go home or whatever, they can go home. And so I said, okay. And I was able to go get food, and I had plenty of time because they had told me that. So that's a little tip. And it's just vice versa. If you lose your first match, and they say they're doing loser's bracket first, stick around. If they say they're doing winner's bracket first, then you can go take a break. That's ideally the perfect time during a tournament to take a break, because after that, after the second round of the tournament, it starts to get a little bit more hectic, because you remember, you're going from 100 to 50 to 25 to, boom, 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 reducing the number of people in that bracket for the tournament. And then if you go to loser's bracket, chances are that you might have to play a bunch of a bunch of matches rapid fire depending on how they ran through the winner's bracket. So really, after that first round is the best time to go take a break during a tournament. And it's actually one of the longer times anyway, because the first round takes so significantly long to get through. So, okay, those are my tips for today. I hope you enjoyed them. Tomorrow, I'll be back with more footage from Winter Brawl. So I'll see you then. Thanks.